All right, the first exercise I want you to work on is it's an articulation exercise, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take your A scale or C scale, or you're going to do this with whichever scale you currently know. You're going to tongue each note 4 times with the ta syllable like this. Okay? You're going to do that at a nice, relaxed pace. You're not going to tongue it too fast. You're not going to tongue it too slow. The whole point is you want to practice articulating these notes at the same time that you're also giving yourself time to think about what fingers need to move to play the next note. Okay? So this attacks 2 things. First of all, it helps your brain memorize when I play this note, which note comes next in the scale. I know I need to move this hand from here to there. Okay? And then it also trains yourself to tongue correctly. All right? Remember, we want to say ta, 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 ta. Okay? That's the first exercise I want you to work on. The next exercise I want you to work on is a breathing exercise. Okay? The first thing you're going to do is you're going to breathe out. Then you're going to breathe in like you're coming up from air after being underwater for a couple of minutes, right? So you're going to take the biggest breath you can, and you want to make sure you don't raise your shoulders, okay? You just want to like that, okay? And don't raise your shoulders. You don't want to go. If you do this, that's bad, okay? We want to just breathe in and feel our chest expand and feel our abdominal muscles push out, okay? Once we've done that, we're going to start playing a note. All right? Now, we are not going to play that note super loud. We're going to play that note fairly quietly. Okay? We're going to play that note, and we're going to try to hold it as long as we can. And when we feel ourselves running out of air, we are going to try to play that note louder and louder. And while we do that, we will feel our stomach muscles get more flexed and more flexed. Okay? All right. The next thing I want you to remember about this breathing exercise is you're going to take in all of this air and you're going to want to just exhale it immediately. That's not what we want to do. What we want to do is ration that air and try to breathe it out in a nice, even, consistent airflow stream that's going to last a really long time. Okay? You may be able to do this right now for 9 seconds. After you do this for a week or so, that should hopefully increase to 10 or 12 seconds, all right? Again, the whole point of this is we're learning how to breathe in correctly so we have enough air to support our sound. And then also, we are learning how to ration the air that comes in so we can have enough air to play for a long period of time. All right, let me show you what I mean by that. So I'm going to breathe out. I'm going to breathe in like I'm coming up for air after swimming with my head underwater for a while. And then I'm going to play a note, and I'm going to try to time myself and see how long I can do that. All right, so I'm going to use my phone to time that right now. Let me go to my clock, reset. I've got a stopwatch up. Okay, so I'm going to breathe out. I'm going to breathe in. I'm going to press start, and I'm going to see how long I can hold this. I think my current time is like 20 or 25 seconds. Let's see. I'm going to breathe out. Okay, look at that. I hit 41 seconds. 41.39 seconds. That was awesome. And you notice that I got louder when I got to the end and I was running out of air. I was trying to use my abdominal muscles to push more air out of my lungs. Okay? So for that one, remember, you're going to breathe out. You're going to breathe in like you're coming up from air after swimming, taking the biggest breath you've ever taken. You're going to start playing a note. You're going to play it at a nice, cool, chilled, quiet volume level. You're going to time yourself for how long you can hold that note with a stopwatch or, use a wristwatch when it comes down to, when the seconds get down to 0. Start playing that note and time how long you can hold it for. And when you feel yourself run out of air, try to play louder. That's going to push all that air through. Okay? All right. The next thing I want you to work on is playing for the notes that you're not comfortable playing with at the top of the horn, your A notes. I want you to do this exercise where you're going to go, you're going to play the A that you're comfortable with, the B that you're comfortable with. You're going to do that 4 times like this. Oh, sorry. All right, and then you're going to add the C sharp that you're not comfortable with. Right, and then you're going to add, after that, you're going to add the D, okay, that side D key, which you're still getting comfortable with, okay? And the whole time you're doing this, you're trying to make sure that your sound is really clear, it's really pure, and you're doing the same breathing thing that you were working on before, right? You're going to breathe out, you're going to breathe in that big breath of air like you're coming up from swimming. You're going to start playing this exercise, do, and you're going to ration your air, and you're going to see if you can play the whole thing on one breath, okay? If you start to run out of air, you're going to try to play louder, and that's going to strengthen those abdominal muscles so you can push the air out. It's going to strengthen that diaphragm and whatnot, okay? The next thing I want you to work on is your chromatic scale starting from A, all right? I want you to do it this way. The point of this is to give your brain time to think about what your fingers have to do to play the next pair of notes, okay? You're going to do 2 notes at a time. You're going to go A to B flat, A to B flat, A to B flat, A to B flat. Then you're going to go B flat to B, B flat to B, B flat to B, B flat to C, B to C, B to C, B to C, B to C, C to D, C to C sharp, etc., etc., up the range of the horn. I'm guessing you have a fingering chart on your wall or something like that. You're going to, use that fingering chart to figure out which notes you need to play. But this exercise is going to give your brain time to think about what your fingers need to do so you're not guessing, okay? As you get more and more comfortable with this and you don't need to think about which notes how to play the notes that comes next, change from playing that pair of notes 4 times to playing it 3 times. All right, so I'm going to do it 4 times, and then I'm going to do it 3 times. So check it out. I did those 4 times. I'm pretty comfortable on them, so I'm only going to do them 3 times now. All right, that's 3 times. I'm pretty comfortable on that, so I'm going to do it 2 times now. going to keep going up the range of the horn the whole way, as far as I know how to play, and I'm going to go back down as far as low as I know how to play on the horn, okay? And then, once I'm comfortable with that, I'm going to do it one time, like this. Once I get to that point, I'm really comfortable on the horn with my chromatic scale, all right? And I will have, I've really internalized how to play the chromatic scale for those notes, which is great, okay? This same exercise idea can be applied to any of your scales that you know. For instance, with the A scale, you can do, play the note pairs 4 times. Right? I'm going to do that 4 times. Right? I played those note pairs 4 times through the A scale. Once I'm comfortable with that, I can do it for 3. I can play each note pair 3 times, and then each note pair 2 times, and then each note pair 1 time. Okay? Eventually, we'll change it to different intervals, that sort of thing. Okay, the whole point of this is to give your brain time to think about what note it needs to play next. Okay? All right. So that's a good chunk of stuff for you to work on between now and the next lesson. That's going to get you going with the basics. It's going to dial in all of the mechanical stuff that you're having problems with, okay? As I said earlier, there are 2 parts to playing the instrument. There's the mechanical side of it, and then there's the musical side of it, all right? Most people need a lot of help with the mechanical side of it, okay? They need to literally learn how to play the instrument more than, okay, I know how to play the instrument, how do I make music with it, okay? So we're going to focus on this mechanical stuff to begin with. All right, once we get all this mechanical stuff out of the way and we have really good habits for how to practice the mechanical stuff, then we can start incorporating the musical side of things. Like, I know how to play my A scale. Where's a good place to play the notes of the A scale? Well, it's when this keyboard player plays this one voicing. When he plays that voicing, I can play any of these notes in this A scale and it's going to sound great. That type of thing, okay? All right, I hope that was super helpful, and I look forward to our next lesson.